Hello and welcome back to Campaign Crusades. I'm your Dungeon Master, Alec J. Wolf, and here with me are my Crusaders. We got Andrew Hickman,
Hello.
Brian Thomas,
Hey.
Clara Capoletta,
That's me.
Emily Kreider,
Hello.
Jake Baker,
Hey.
Joe Thomas,
Shablam.
and Morgan LaFay.
Hey.
We are here to provide for your entertainment and pleasure our playthrough of D&D as led by me. We are introducing you to our world of Galia. With each episode, you discover something new about a world that we have built. And we are going to jump right into things with the next episode, episode 2, of The Race for Rivaryn.
Dun dun dun.
There we go.
So, we pick up right where we left off on the Falun Farm Road as our adventurers go forth towards the city of Falun, following a trail left behind by Rhea Burke, the mother of our very own Lily Burke. As the adventurers go along this trail, leaving from Balara, each of them trying to turn the tower back on for their own reasons, they came across a section of farm where an ambush was waiting for them. These ambushers, known as the Scrappers, will, by any means necessary, take what they need in order to survive, often from unsuspecting travelers. And we're going to head now to our very first use of our Roll20 group in order to play the game with a map for combat. Welcome to Roll20, everyone. I am going to introduce you now to our combat map.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
This is the Falun Farm Road.
Whoa.
I made this map with my own bare hands. It was the first time I ever really made a map to this caliber, and I'm very proud of it. So as you guys are on the farm road, these scrappers all jump out to find you. There are 5. I will highlight some of them for now. That's one. That's one. This is one. This is one. The creatures around them, you all can see, are these droid bot things, like small drones, small androids that look very simplistic. They don't look advanced at all. I need Bo and Kai, I need you both to make history checks.
Yes.
It's not bad. 16.
14.
So you both have this memory of a few months ago. You did run into a group of scrappers on your journey. So this is not new to you. You know that they don't necessarily kill, but they will take anything of value off of an unsuspecting traveler who they can overpower. You both lost some equipment back in that first scrap, so you know that they are nasty. They fight with low blows. They will kill if they have to. It's not their intention. Yes, and these scrappers jump out. You all looking at the farm road around you, you definitely know that that you're walking through 2 different farms. It's not one farm, because one side of you have a very beautiful, neatly aligned vegetable patch, and then you have these apple trees. And on the other side, you've just got a mess of vegetables in no particular organization, and these berry bushes that are completely intermingled. It almost looks wild and untamed. Also, the fences. The fences on the neat side of the farm are completely they're completely well kept. On the other side, there are holes. It's a mess. But these scrappers all jump out towards you, intent on attacking and taking whatever they will. And I'm going to direct you all now to your tokens, which I painstakingly spent hours into the night making for you guys.
Are we on little
And
gears?
we are going to... You are on little gears. we are going to start with our very own mom in charge. Well, there's two moms in charge, but one of our moms in charge, Lola. It is your turn.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look around and make sure I can see Ren and Coco. So they're right behind me. And I would like to assess everything around me, see what all exactly is going on.
Sorry, you're going to assess everything to see what?
To see what's going on, where there could be a potential weak point.
All right, make an insight check.
I got an 8.
Sorry, what was it?
I got an 8.
Cool. So you're not sure exactly what's going on. You just know that these guys, these people, these men and women, these adults are all attacking, seemingly intent on jumping you all. You know that you've had Coco on your shoulder this whole time. Coco is on your shoulder currently. Ren, being a classic kid, kind of was dawdling behind a little, like 10 feet behind you guys. They are with the group though. It looks like these people are just really focused on just rendering you all immobile so that they can take whatever they want off of you guys. You're not sure what else beyond that they're doing.
Alright, well I'm gonna use some of my movement. I'm gonna hand Coco to Ren. And gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to put myself
over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna put myself in between Ren, Coco, and these two guys over here. And
Alright, and what are you doing?
I'm putting myself in between them and saying, you need to back off right now.
This person looks you dead in the eyes. Make an intimidation check, actually.
Wait, my intimidation is +0. I got a 16!
This has to be opposed, I just remembered. So this person looks you dead in the eyes, and there is a little bit of a look of concern, like, you might be trouble. Like, this person can clearly see that you could be trouble for them. But they say, yeah, with a little hesitation in their voice, they go, I wonder what you've got in your pockets that I can take. And kind of gives you one of those, like, ugly, like, growls that's, like a greedy type of thing that, like, villains do in movies where, like, that type of thing. This guy, by the way, is, now that you're close up, you can see this guy is holding a large, like, metal wrench in one hand. And has, like, these, like, metal, like, plates on his chest and back. Makeshift armor and weapon, if you will.
Is the metal directly touching his skin? Is it directly touching his skin?
No, it's, okay. But it's attached like, you might attach a normal breastplate.
Oh, okay. Alright, okay, so I am gonna say, well, you don't want to find out, and cast Lightning Lure.
Awesome. I'm gonna have to look at your character sheet because I forget what Lightning Lure does. So, Lightning Lure. That is your equipment, not your spells. Lightning Lure. Cool. So, This guy has to make a strength saving throw. That's gonna pass. So you summon from whatever source. You've got a lot of gadgets, and now you've got this utility belt. You're able to summon just like this static energy from some source. You're not sure where it's coming from, actually. You just know that you're summoning this static energy, and you like push out, and a jolt of like static electricity shoots out of your hand and strikes this guy on. Or no, it's nothing happens if they pass. And this guy just barely dodges out of the way as it zips past them and grounds into a fence post as it's like grounding. The lightning's grounding. So you miss, but like this guy looks at it, looks at you, and goes, "What was that?" Like clearly as confused as you are about how you just summoned lightning without like anything in your hand.
I don't know, but you better stay back or I'll do it again. And that's going to be the end of my turn.
Cool. So that you end your turn. It is now one of the scrapper's turns. No, not the scrapper that you just attacked. So this woman is going to step forward about here and is going to look at Bo and go, "Don't I know you from somewhere?" And look at you suspiciously. Bo, you know that this is because she was with the group of scrappers that attacked you like several months ago. You recognize her face and her hairstyle, but she doesn't seem to recognize you fully. She's like, I know you from somewhere. Somehow.
Just gonna look at her. I'm not even gonna say anything.
Right, and she goes, "Well, I want that coat." And she takes her wrench and swings right at you. That is gonna hit. And she deals what is the wrench's damage? There it is. And she's gonna deal 5 points of bludgeoning damage to you as she doesn't hit you hard, but she gets you in the upper arm, and it's painful. It is a large wrench.
Yeah,
so
that was definitely painful.
Like, you don't feel like anything's broken or anything, but you feel like suddenly, like, your nerves just, like, shoot searing pain into your arm. It is, like, no one wants to get hit with metal. And it is now Lily's turn. Lily, what are you doing?
I'm going to cast Gust on the scrapper that just hit Bo and say, "Stay back," and try to push them back 5 feet.
Cool. So you aim to push this scrapper. You put out your hand. You're not in the same situation as Lola. You know what your magic is. You have been having to control this magic for a long time. You talked literally last night with your daughter about it, who was back at home safe. And you shoot out your hand. A gust of wind pushes out. That is a dex save, right?
It's a strength save.
Strength save. This person gets nat 1.
Yeah.
You push this person, and they go flying back 5 feet and fall prone on the ground. And
Cool.
this person goes, and she goes, "Ah, crap!" And she shouts to the others, "We got magic users!" And one of the guys who you hear a voice from to your right, which would be the guy up top. Ren, Coco, although Coco probably doesn't understand it, and Lily especially, because you're closest, here, "No problem, initiate magic protocol." And these people seem to, like, change their stances, take, 2 of them take their wrenches, put them away, take out crossbows, and that, do you do anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Cool, that is your turn. It is now Ren's turn.
Okay, that's great, because now they know we have magic. And that's all. Okay, I do have a plan. Okay.
I
So-
love seeing you guys have plans.
I am going to take a step back, towards Lola, and I guess focusing with me, because I feel safe with Lola. But I'm going to be looking over here at these guys, and I am going to, like, shuffle in my bag. It's an absolute disaster. Pull out my water skin that I have, get some water in my hand, and just throw it at specifically that guy right there. Ice knife.
Oh my gosh.
At the little drone right there.
Yeah,
This-
because I
this
want to
drone?
try. Yeah, because I want to try and get both the drone and the guy in front in the 5-foot radius that has to roll steps. Can I do that?
Awesome.
Okay.
So yeah, you rummage through your bag. It is a mess. Like, yeah, you are a magic user. You've been collecting magic items for a while. But it doesn't mean you're organized. This bag is a wreck. Fortunately, your water bottle is close to the top. You're able to pour some water in your hand, and as you shoot out this ice knife, is that an attack roll?
Yes. 17.
17 is going to hit.
Okay, so he is going to take a D10. Yeah, just that D10. So he's going to take 5 piercing damage.
Cool.
And then...
So this thing automatically, before the explosion even happens, this thing just gets hit with this ice knife, and it lodges in some, like, crack in, like, between two panels of metal. And you just see the light on its center eye thing just go out, and it falls over with a thud onto the ground. And there's a moment where, like, the explosion doesn't happen. Nothing happens. And you're just looking at it for a second like, what? That's not how it works. And then suddenly the explosion happens. Like, throwing you and these two, throwing you and the dude that's nearest to the explosion off guard.
Wow! He's going to freak out. And then... They all...
It's a dex save, right?
Yes. It's not very high. It's 13.
The dude makes the dex save successfully, but this other drone completely, like, fails. It is not programmed for... Like, it's programmed to detect human action, not explosions. So... it just totally fails. These also are very simplistic things.
So then the other
They
drone...
don't look very complicated.
The other drone is going to take 7 points of cold damage, and then the...
This drone falls over with a... This one freezes over and falls over with a thud as well.
Stop. And then that guy also takes half of that, so I don't know... I forget if you do 4. Round up or down. So he takes...
That is... Cool. That is, which dude is that? That is... this one. So he's going to take 4 because it's rounded up when it comes to you guys, rounded down for them in terms of attacks. Cool. Are you doing anything else?
No, I can't do anything.
Awesome.
That is
Cool.
everything I got.
It is now the next scrapper's turn. This scrapper up here, the one you just attacked, yells, he goes, they know about the drones! Or they know about the droids, rather. And the other scrappers are like, and one of the other scrappers goes, well, obviously, they're out in public! And it's clear there's just some, like, disconnect between them. And then... Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate someone laughing at my commentary. I thought it was funny. And then you guys don't see any other scrappers moving at the moment, doing anything major. Adira, you see all of this chaos going on in front of you. And as you have that momentary temptation to jump into combat and do something, you suddenly hear like the creaking sound of wood, and you see this scrapper jump over the fence and rush towards you. And this is like tall woman with like she's got like bandana in her hair, tying up her hair. She's got this nose piercing, several ear piercings, black lipstick. There's a moment where she looks down at you and goes, "Someone's got taste. Sorry about this." And she takes out her wrench, and she clearly doesn't look like she's trying to like attack you lethally or anything. You're a kid, but she is trying to like at least knock you out. She's not trying to hit you hard though, because she knows your body is not physically as capable of withstanding severe pain like Bo's might be.
I say, do it. I dare you. Just wait and see what happens.
Her eyes wide a little. She goes, "All right, someone's got spunk," and she's gonna attack. She gets a nat 1 and misses, and she loses her grip on. She loses her grip on the wrench because you take her completely by surprise as you say, "Do it, I dare you," and she's like, "Oh, whoa!" And the wrench just flies out of her hand, and the part of the wrench that's hooked like that just lodges itself against one of the fence posts, and then clatters to the ground.
An intimidation check without the roll. I dig it.
Cool. And I don't know if they have any bonus actions, actually. I don't think I gave them bonus actions.
They don't need bonus actions.
Haha.
She is going to... That's her turn. That's it. It is Coco! Coco, you see chaos ensuing around you. You saw water fly out of Ren's hand, and then these two box thingies fell over. What's Coco up to?
I'm just kind of vibing by Ren, and when he succeeds, I'm gonna climb up and just pat him on the top of the head. Like, good.
Why do I have the feeling that's your entire turn?
It is.
So with an entire...
Hey, Ren needs his moral support.
With an entire action, Coco climbs up to Ren's head, taps on the head. Coco, I want you to make a,
Make a pat
I
check.
feel like Coco needs to make an animal handling check, but like a human handling check.
Human handling? Alright. That's a new thing. I surprisingly have a +1 to that, so that is a 17.
Handle these humans.
Okay, with a 17. Ren, you immediately notice Coco's show of moral support. I'm going to consider that on your next action that you have to roll for, you can have the help action, Ren.
Yes! Moral support.
Heck yeah.
So Coco gives you the help action without realizing she's doing so. Okay. It is Bo's turn. Bo, what are you doing? You were attacked by a woman who's now on the ground, knocked prone.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to her and just kind of tilt my head and and swing my bow staff down at her face.
Okay. Bo is ruthless, doesn't even say a word and makes this attack.
Oh, that's not good though.
Well, what is it?
That's a 10.
That will not hit. You do it. She does manage to roll over onto her side, and you hit the ground instead. You hit the dirt.
Can I spend a key point to do Fury Blows?
Well, you are using a monk weapon.
Alright, awesome. I am gonna do that, because I'm upset that I missed.
Cool, make your next attack.
Alright. That is
A
better.
reminder,
That's 17.
due to your subclass, you automatically can add, every time you do Flurry of Blows, you can add your... Whenever you do Flurry of Blows, you can add your momentary manipulation.
Right, yeah.
To those of you watching at home, Bo is a homebrewed subclass called Way of Chronomancy. You may have seen that if you were looking at the stat block that pops up on the screen. The Way of Chronomancy has a 3rd level feature of momentary manipulation, which allows him to modify his flurry of blows. Cool. What are you up to?
Yeah, so my first one hit it was a 17.
That's gonna definitely hit.
All right. And the second was 19.
That's gonna hit as well. And are you doing any
All right.
momentary manipulation?
Yes, I'm gonna do slowed movement so I can do a third attack.
Awesome. Make your third attack.
Hey, that's a 18 as well.
Cool. So flurry of blows is an unarmed strike. So you miss with your bow staff. You kind of jam it into the ground so it stands upright next to you, and you just punch down 3 times at the ground. Wouldn't you get a 12 on the third one?
The third one was a 16.
Cool. So all 3 times you hit, what is the damage you deal?
Oh no, I just rolled 2 ones. That's 17 damage.
Cool. So you punch this woman 3 times. You get her once in the shoulder, once in the side of the stomach, and once in the jaw. And she goes, "Ah, damn!" As she feels the pain, she spits, and a little bit of blood trickles out from the punch to the jaw. Are you doing anything else on your turn? I don't think you can. You did your bonus action, flurry of blows.
Yeah, I just look at her. I like my coat. And that's all.
Awesome. It is time for the drones. You guys all just start to hear a whirring and a clicking as these drones jump into action. This one just and moves 5 feet towards Bo, and is going to. I'm gonna move them first actually, and then give their attacks. This one is going to move towards. This one's going to move towards its nearest target, which is Kai. This one also is going to move towards its nearest target, which is Kai. This one's going to move towards Lola. And those are the only ones on the field at the moment, so they're all going to move. And they all lift up these little arm things that have pointed edges to them and just and go to stab. Cool. So that's 1 on Bo, 2 on Kai, 1 on Lola. Bo, you get hit. That's +3 to hit. What's Lola's AC and what's Kai's AC?
18.
16.
Both of those drones seem to clearly miss you guys. These are not advanced technology. Bo, you get hit because you're so preoccupied with this woman on the ground. You feel a piercing on the side of your leg. As you can't help but go, "Ah!" as your leg gets hit. And you... it's not... Well, you don't necessarily say it out loud, but you do that thing where you grab your leg and feel the pain. It's up to you if you say it out loud.
I'm preoccupied, but how much damage was that?
It's only 3 points of piercing damage, but
Okay,
it's still
that's
a dagger in the leg, pretty much. It's painful. Awesome. So those are the drones this turn. At the end of the drones, you guys hear more whirring and clicking as you see coming out of this dude's bag are 2 more that seem to
No!
fall. He seems to pull them out of his bag and they expand in size. And
Heck.
it is now time for our friend Kai.
I am going to. I think all this time, kind of while everything was going around, Kai was channeling, really focusing, had his eyes closed, and he tries to do a little motion to channel some magic that he's supposed to be learning from his school, but nothing happens. And you know,
Cool. So
for a
you
split
go
second,
to
like
yeah, you go to channel. You go to channel. You close your eyes. You do the motions. You do those motions, and then as you open your eyes, you look out at your target location, and nothing is there. This is, if anything, the time you need this to work, but it doesn't work.
yeah. So
That being said, you do feel for the first time or not for the first time, but you feel this is the strongest it's ever felt. You do feel some tingling within you as you do it, and it's the strongest it's ever felt. But it still doesn't work.
nice. So he's gonna kind of mutter like a naughty curse word under his breath, and then I'm going to grab my scimitar out from the sleeve on my back and try to one hand slash one of these scrappers, one of these robots.
Awesome, robots.
Whatever their names.
Awesome.
Whatever their names
Make
are.
your attack roll.
Okay. Forgot. I lost my dice. Ooh. Math. Dirty 20.
A dirty 20 is definitely gonna hit. These things are. Ugh.
Yes.
Surprisingly, though, they're actually harder to hit. They're harder to hit, actually, surprisingly, than the scrappers. They're just easier to take down.
That is. 7 slashing damage.
Cool. Which one are you going for? The one next to you or below you?
Next to me.
Cool. So you strike this thing and immediately cleave it in two, and it falls down, and you see it suddenly just disintegrate into dust. I will clarify, Ren, when you hit the other drones before, once they fell over in like a thing of ice, the ice just like shattered apart and then it disintegrated into dust. And this thing just disintegrates into dust in front of you. Roll con save for asthma attack. No, I'm joking. As someone who's asthmatic myself, I have considered making that a character trait, having to roll con saves for asthma attacks, but I'm not going to make you do it.
Thank you.
It is. All right. It is. Do you do anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I think Kai's feeling a little embarrassed by not being able to do his magic, so he's going to make up for that. I'm going to action surge and spin around 90 degrees and try to kill this other robot.
Awesome. Meanwhile, I want Bo and Lily and Ren to each make perception checks. What is your attack roll?
14.
That is gonna miss. You just swing a little too high. It just misses the flat top of this drone as the drone's legs compress and it ducks a little, and then pops back up to its full size. Cool. Ren, what was your perception check?
10.
Cool. What about Bo?
10.
What about Lily?
5.
Oh my God.
Lily, you're a little
Amazing.
overwhelmed at the moment, but Ren and Bo, you both saw the motions, the movements that Kai was doing, clearly trying to do something. Bo, you're the only one who knows what exactly is happening here, like why these motions happened, but nothing actually came out of it. Ren, you just whatever you want to think it is, meditation, pre-fighting ritual, whatever it is, that's what you see. All right. It is Adira, our resident goth baby.
It's me. First she's going to bonus action quick shift into her hybrid form, so she has her talons and her beak, and I imagine that she has like the beginnings of some black feathers sprouting from her face, but she's not in her full lichen form. And then she's going to make a talon attack at this woman.
You do that, and the woman looks at you as you shift and goes, "Holy!" and then says a word I'm not going to repeat because we are PG-13. There is
That's
like
gonna
a
be
look
a-
of
Oh, sorry.
is
Go
it?
ahead. Go ahead.
You go first.
It's a 21.
You do a talon attack as you lift up a talon, because those talons are your legs, not your arms. So you lift up a talon
Yes,
and swipe
I
at
like-
her.
Yeah.
You do a rocket style high kick with one talon and swipe this.
Hey. It's more like a fan kick. It's like a fan kick. It
Perfect.
starts low and comes.
And you just get her right off across the chest. There's a look of terror in
Yeah.
in her eyes as you do that, because she did not know that you were a lichen at all. And she gets hit. How much damage do you deal?
I'm going to spend a curse point to make it a savage attack and add another d8. So it's going to be 2d8. 2d8 plus 4 damage. That's going to be 14 points of damage.
You nail this woman with a talon cleaving rocket style fan kick.
Yeah.
For
And I say, I suggest you leave now before things get uglier.
You channel your inner. Who do I want to mention? I can't think of any dancers I want to mention off the top of my head. I feel like an idiot.
Inner what?
Dancers, like famous Broadway dancers.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with Gwen Verdon. She's older. She's like from like the 60s. You channel your inner Gwen Verdon and just fan kick this woman. I don't even know if Gwen Verdon's actually a dancer. I just know she was in Damn Yankees as Lola.
She's a dancer. Yeah.
And good. Because Fosse Verdon, of course, the TV show.
Yeah.
Duh. And you say that this woman seems scared, but she doesn't seem to be backing away. I will also make a comment for our audience. Emily is doing something that is very dear to my heart. She is playing a homebrew class, not just a subclass, but a full class that I had created a while ago called the Lichen class. Designed to be another unarmed class alongside Monk, who, rather than using movement and dexterity-based stuff, is more of a brute class, similar to a barbarian, fighter, paladin. And what she just did was a savage attack, which allows her to add more d8s to her damage rolls, depending on her level. Cool. Is that your turn?
can I make an I don't know. I might shoot myself in the foot here because I have bad charisma, but can I make an intimidation check to see if my words about leaving now before it gets ugly scare her?
Sure.
Okay. Oof, that's only a 6.
You say it. Her eyes are wide because she is a little concerned at the fact you are a lichen, which helps, so she rolled with disadvantage. But she does, like, shake it off a little bit. She's clearly a little on edge, but she goes, sorry, job's a job. And she doesn't move anywhere. It is now the
You're
next
gonna regret
scrapper. It is now the next scrapper. I need a perception check from Adira.
It's me. Ooh. 21.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see this oldest dude who seems to be dressed a little more like armored go up to your mom, take out this wrench and backswing right at your mom's head, and is going to fortunately miss as Lily, you yelp with a and duck, and it misses you. But this dude's attacking your mom, Adira. And that is that guy's turn, and it is the last dude. Over here, this man. I had to double check the image to make sure I knew what. Also, this man takes out a crossbow, a one-handed crossbow, points it at Bo. Bo, you're facing away from the man, not the woman, so you don't see this at all, and shoots. And this bolt, nails you square in the small of your back. And there's that involuntary thing where your shoulders jerk backwards as this thing's crossbow strikes you.
Since don't see it, does that mean I can't do deflect missiles as my reaction?
I'm gonna have you roll a perception check with disadvantage to see if you can hear the notching of the crossbow in time.
Yeah, that's a 7.
No, in this case, because you are facing completely away from the person, I'm gonna say no. You do not. You cannot.
All right.
Normally you'd be able to, but this is a specific circumstance where you're literally facing exactly the other way.
Right,
if this person was 5 feet over to the left or right, I would have let you use it. So, you get struck in the back with this crossbow bolt in the small of your back, and it deals 6 points of piercing damage. Kai, you see this happen, and this crossbow bolt strikes both square in the small of his back. His shoulders arc backwards. It looks painful. It does not look pleasant whatsoever. Can I ask how Kai reacts?
Bo, are you alright?
Does it look like I'm all right?
Bo doesn't have the patience right now. And we are back around to the top of the order to Lola.
All right. I would like to take a moment and ascertain, see if I can figure out the relationship in between these people and their
Sorry, what was that?
I would like
see if I can figure out the relationship, and then you cut out.
Basically I would like to see if I can figure out the relationship between these people and the drones.
I will say you don't need to roll for that. You can tell these drones are just like some supply of combat support bots that are very simplistic that these guys seem to have made and have like a stash in their bags.
Okay, but I can't tell where they're being controlled from.
It seems like they are not really being controlled from anywhere, just they have a basic command system.
Okay.
It seems like they are powered up as they're taken out of the bags by these people, and then their programming just kicks in to attack all non-recognized hostiles.
Okay, alright. Well, I'm going to turn to the person nearest to me and say, now listen, you don't have to do this. You can walk away.
What did you say again? I gotta make sure I have the response that pertains to what you said, rather than just a random blanket response.
Listen, you don't have to do this. You can just walk away.
The man looks at you and goes, look, I don't like beating up on innocent bystanders as much as a nice person, but a job's a job, and I am going to get paid. And is going to stay where he is.
Okay. Just know you made that decision. You made your bed, and you're gonna have to lie in it. And with that, I'm going to.
Sorry, what are you doing?
Sorry, I've got my javelin. No, I don't.
Cool.
I do have it, but
you reach into your utility belt. You don't know why you're thinking to do this, but you reach into this utility belt and like grab something from a pocket and pull it out. It's a little like rod, no bigger than your fist, but you press a button on the end of it, and it springs out into a full-size javelin. This belt seems a lot more useful than you thought.
All right. And
Make
I'm
your
gonna,
attack roll.
Yeah. All right. $17.
That is gonna hit.
Okay, alright, let's roll for damage. Max damage, so 9. 9
Awesome.
piercing damage.
You're spearing this thing, right? Just
Yeah, I'm
melee?
just he's too close for me to throw it, so I'm just stabbing.
So you jab at this dude, you get him in the shoulder, and he goes, "Ah, damn!" And kind of like pulls away, and there's a little trickle of blood. And he's like, "What kind of a mother attacks with a javelin?" Like, clearly in disbelief that this is what you mean by protect your kids. And
I'm gonna pipe up and say, "That's my mom who attacks with a javelin."
does Coco say anything or do anything? In response to Ren's shouting?
I'm gonna slowly turn my head and lock eyes with this guy. Like,
guy
very
just hears Ren
creepily, slowly turn my head, lock eyes, and show my teeth.
So this guy just hears Ren shout and Coco lock eyes. I want the two
Being
of you to
creepy.
make a joint intimidation check. The way that's going to work is you're both going to roll, and we're going to treat it like advantage, where whichever one of you gets the higher number is going to use that number, and whoever of the two of you has the higher intimidation modifier is the one we're going to add.
Okay.
Okay. Nope. Hey, can I use my luck to roll again?
You can, but first you want to hear what Andrew got.
I rolled a
If you need
16.
Okay. Okay, I'll take that.
And
Oh, what's your intimidation modifier?
My intimidation modifier is a +6.
Oh God.
So that's a... Wait, was that a 16 total, or was that a 22?
It's a 22 total.
Oh.
This dude looks
Don't
at
mess
the
with
two of them.
Coco.
This dude looks at the two of you and looks back at Lola, looks at the two of you, looks at Lola, and looks at and goes, "What kind of monsters are you raising?" And kind of like leads back a little. Isn't going to run off, but clearly is going to avoid confronting Ren and Coco. And Lola, you can kind of tell that this guy's not planning on confronting Ren or Coco at this point.
Good.
Can I just point out that the lemur has an intimidation of +6, and the were-raven, the lichen, has a -1.
That's D&D.
It works. Lola, I need you to make. You don't have to make a check. There is one redeeming quality to this guy you're fighting, Lola, which you notice. This guy would be the first person you've interacted with in days who hasn't referred to your daughter as a monkey or a lemur.
Respect.
Alright.
Is that Lola's turn?
Um,
Lola's turn. Lola's kids hijacked her turn.
Great job, kids. I'm real proud of you. I'm gonna turn around and give an approving nod to Ren and Coco.
I can almost imagine in my head in an almost humanoid moment, Coco just putting up a hand and Ren just high-fiving the lemur.
Yes, oh my god, that's what we do.
That's my kid. Right there.
This isn't normal behavior for Coco, but Coco decides to take a high five anyway.
Coco just kind of extends her arm, like not really knowing what she's doing, but
Just like that.
yeah, it's like straight out in front of her.
Red just goes like. Just,
I look at
what
my
does Coco
hand.
think happens when Red?
Look at my hand a little bit, like what?
There's just a fake. It is the scrapper's turn. But the scrapper at your feet is going to do that like leap to her feet thing, and is going to grab her wrench as she's coming up into the air, and is going to swing at you again. Ooh! She crits and hits you square in the jaw. And you can feel like blood start to enter your mouth as you accidentally bite your lip from the impact. And some of the blood spits out of your mouth as she nails you and goes, "What kind of an asshole attacks a woman while she's down?" And is going to hit you and deal... Ooh, max damage. 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
No, listen. And Bo falls over to the ground.
Oh,
Is Bo
my God.
unconscious? Please tell me Bo's not
Yeah,
unconscious.
he's unconscious.
Oh no!
He's unconscious.
Oh no!
He is a weak
Unconscious?
man.
Oh no!
That's also
Oh, do
system
something!
That's also system shock. So I would like you to roll a d20.
Oh no!
For those of you watching at home, we play
points
with
does
something
he-
called system shock. If in a single turn from an opponent, a player takes half or more of their total damage, they take system shock. What that means is there is a lasting effect if they don't go down. That lasting effect lasts most likely for the duration of the combat. If they go down, that lasting effect is going to linger after the combat for a while. It is very rare that there is a permanent effect, but there is always an effect. What did you roll, Bo?
I rolled a 10. But what was fun playing with y'all, I will see you in the next campaign. I guess.
No!
Bo, you can feel your jaw dislocate as you fall to the ground from the wrench. Kai and Lily, you both hear that of the jaw move out of place, and you kind of both can tell what happened from the sound of it.
Can I?
What is Bo's max HP? I want to know.
16.
Bo's total
Sure,
HP
class.
is 16. You guys need to get Bo a magic item that gives him more HP stat.
Why do you have the same as a wizard?
Oh my gosh!
I have a 9 con. It's bad.
can I lock eyes
Two-
with the lady who knocked him down?
You can. To Jake's credit, the reason Bo has a 9 con is because of roleplay reasons, not because of monk reasons. So, benefited out on that.
Wow.
You can. You lock eyes.
I do like this
You lock
thing.
eyes with the lady who struck down your partner in crime, and she looks at you and goes, "You're next."
So are you.
And the two of you just become the Spider-Man meme, except not the same person. You're just pointing at each other, legs spread. It is Lily's turn. Lily, what are you doing?
Shoot. Okay, I'm going to run up to Bo. And kneel down to him and cast Cure Wounds. And I'm going to start, like, kind of using my magic and sewing back in his life energy.
His busted
You,
jaw.
like, above his jaw, you do like a air motion of sewing, like actual sewing, like above his jaw. Like you're not touching anything, but you take some of the chaos that is kind of flowing in the air, and I want you to make an Arcana check, by the way. And this chaos,
Shoot.
you seem to sew this chaos into Bo, and Bo, you wake up. Your jaw's still dislocated, but it's like the kind of dislocated where you can do that type of thing and realign it.
I got a 9
It'll be-
for Arcana,
It'll be very
and
painful.
I also gave him 9 hit points.
Right. It'll be very painful, but when you realign it, it will go back into place and be fine. But it's one of those really painful realignments.
Great,
like you have
awesome.
to pop a joint back into a socket. So you get 9 hit points back. Lily, you realize your chaos magic that you are manifesting and repurposing is still quite strong. You're not sure what that means or anything at the moment, but it doesn't seem to have faded yet. Like, you know that it's going to fade the further you get from your daughter, but it doesn't seem to have faded really at the moment.
Weird.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Wonder why.
I feel like that is like the anthem of every character. I feel like that is the anthem of every character Emily ever plays.
That's suspicious.
Don't be
That's
suspicious.
weird.
Don't be suspicious. It is
Don't mind
Ren's
me.
turn. Back to the 12-year-old. What you up to?
It's me. Trying to find something that won't hurt my party members. I have a lot of area of effect spells. But okay, I am going to cast Firebolt at trying to start flipping between things. This guy right here.
Amazing. Make your attack roll. As you, what is? Are there any equipment? Is there any stuff for Firebolt or no?
It's not. It is just verbal and somatic.
Cool.
So
you.
So he's probably gonna
say-
try and like do some fancy stuff, but none of it's actually meaning anything. And he's just gonna.
The only thing that actually matters in this casting is a 2-fingered point, let's say, where you point with your pointer and pinky finger. But you do like this whole like this thing, like you literally at one point do the Vogue dance moves, and you just do these motions, and then you point, and as you point, you say something, and it's not even like it's about the inflection. It's not about the words necessarily. So you use that inflection and just say whatever pops into your head. What's the first thing that pops into Ren's head?
Well, the first thing that popped into Clara's head was the vine. I have the power of God.
You do these Vogue moves, and then you're spinning your hands. There's a little disco in there, and you point your fingers and go, "I have the power of God and anime on my side." And what matters is the inflection, and you get the inflection right because you kind of practice this. And between the two fingers, kind of like how the Death Star has those lasers that come together and make a big one. Two streaks of fire connect and then shoot out at this guy and strike him right in the chest. And this guy looks down at the firebolt, looks at you, and goes, "What is happening?" It just seems really confused. Not sure what is going on here. And how much damage does he take?
Ren has meme magic. All of the arcana is derived from the
He
power
does have
of
meme
memes.
magic. 5 fire damage.
Let's keep in mind the reason that
Nice.
it's not like the words don't matter for everyone. The reason the words specifically don't matter, and it's about the inflection for Ren, is because Ren is also playing a homebrew subclass called the Study of Imagination.
We all homebrew.
It is a wizard subclass designed around the idea of being self-taught because you're not actually getting formal schooling in magic. So it's a lot of trial and error and getting things wrong and messing things up before you get it correct. So that's why that's what comes out of Ren's mouth.
Can we say Lula saw that and she's just applauding in the background?
Everyone else. Okay, so the degree to which cinematography has advanced in the world of Galia at the moment is to the extent of live action movies that you might have had in the 40s, 50s. Not great quality, but still entertaining enough. Probably mostly musicals, movie musicals. There are a few animated films, because at this point in the real world, Snow White would have been out, maybe some others. But anime if it even is a thing at any point in the future, I don't know yet, I haven't decided, is not a thing yet. So you hear Ren shout that, and there's a moment where all of you have this thought in your head of, what's an anime?
I can tell you right now, Coco does not have that thought.
Coco is head empty, no thoughts.
I have a question for you. From on top of Ren's shoulder, you hear this shouting. What's Coco's reaction to that?
Oh no.
I'm confused, just kind of looking at him.
There's such thing as monkey see, monkey do, but there's also such thing as monkey see, monkey confused.
We are monkey see, monkey very confused right now.
And that is now the scrapper who is backfighting Adira, who is going to take the wrench again and make another swing, this time harder, knowing that Adira is not someone to necessarily mess with, and is going to take a harder strike and go, don't make this hard, and is going to hit you for minimal damage. 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wait, did she hit me though? Did she make my armor class?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, okay. You said 4?
Yeah, she hits you on the on like the side and does 4 points of damage. You are in your hybrid form at this point, which is probably why you take less damage than you would in your because you don't have your full armor class in your human form because of the way it works. But in your hybrid form, it's enough that you don't you're not incapacitated at all by it. It hits you. It is very painful, and you are only 13 years old, so it probably is.
Where
hard
does she
to
hit
hold.
me? Is it like in the face?
No, it's right in that sensitive part of the side. It is probably very hard to hold back tears at the moment, because when kids get hurt, they are very prone to tears right away. But I'm guessing that Adira does not want to show it.
Yeah, I'm gonna save Adira's reaction for the start of her next turn.
Cool. And that is going to be the guy who just got hit with a firebolt by our lovely imagination boy, and is going to look at him and go, "You are seriously messed up, kid," and is going to take out a crossbow and aim and shoot.
At a 12-year-old.
There's a moment where you instinctively jerk to protect yourself with your arms, but this thing's not aiming for you. You have that moment you realize this thing's aiming for Coco, but the crossbow bolt just zips past Coco's ear and misses Coco.
A monkey. That's worse.
And it beds itself in the fence post behind you guys. Lola, you do see out of the corner of your eye a crossbow bolt embed itself in the fence, and where it embeds itself, location-wise, seems suspiciously close to where you know your children to be standing behind you.
Oh, it's over for him next time I come around. Ooh.
It is time for Coco.
All right. I'm ready for this. So, first, I jump from Ren's shoulder to Lola's shoulder. That's what I do first. And then I reach into my diaper and start pulling out this really, really big thing. It kind of looks like a javelin, but it's actually a 10-foot pole. So how I'm seeing this is by the time it gets all the way out, it's too heavy for me. So it leans forward and hits the guy on the head. And as it impacts, it gets stuck in her diaper and kind of launches her up, falls off of his head, and then it hits the ground and kind of pendulums and hits him right in the chimichangas.
You only get the pole out about 8 feet before the weight shifts, and you just fall forward and the pole, boom! Make your attack roll on that.
What would that be? I don't have it listed as an attack I can do. It's just something in my diaper.
Just use your strength modifier.
Alright. Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one. It's only a 10-foot pole. It's an improvised weapon, so I'm gonna say 1d4 plus strength.
Okay. That's 3 points of damage.
You deal 3 points of damage to this guy. The pole hits him in his head, and then it slips off to the side, and embeds itself in the ground. And you're caught on the pole, so you are hanging upside down by your diaper on the top of the pole.
Well, I was thinking I was like on like Lola's shoulder, like it was like balancing on Lola's shoulder, and my weight would just kind of.
Yeah, that's the thing. Your weight. There's a weight switch here, and
awesome.
The pole embeds itself in the ground as it falls forward from Lola's shoulder, and you get flung off of Lola's shoulder and are now at the top of the pole because your diaper's caught on it and you're upside down. It's not hard to escape it, but you are gonna have to climb the last 2 feet out of your diaper or climb down. But it lands on the ground, just boom, boom, and on that first boom, just whacks the guy right in the nuts. Make your attack roll.
What am I rolling? Another d20?
Same thing.
What am I adding to that, strength or just a flat d20?
Strength.
Alright,
No, this can't be strength. This is not strength. This is flat d20. There is no way your strength is being involved in this. This is luck, sheer luck.
That's a 12.
I'm gonna say this hits only on the basis that his upper body's protected. His nuts are not protected.
Wow. Protect your nuts.
Hit him right in the chimichangas.
1d4 plus. I'm gonna give you a just automatic +2 to the pole for this one.
Okay, that's another 3 points of damage.
What we have learned is that nuts have a different AC than the rest of the body.
You hit the guy in the nuts. You hit the guy in the nuts. If they're not protected, they're gonna have a different AC than the rest of the body. The nuts are fragile. You hit the guy in the nuts. In the hole. Lola is literally, if this is Lola writes it up, Lola's literally hanging upside down from her diaper on the pole that's wobbling. Lola, you see this? Okay. Not Lola, Coco. Lola, you see this? It's Coco. Lola, you see this? You have never seen anything like this come from your daughter in her life. This guy grabs his crotch, goes, ow, and falls over prone on the ground.
That ought to teach you to mess with a lady.
He lands right on top of the drone, and the drone collapses and disintegrates.
Oh no.
Hey,
nice.
Monkey see, monkey do. Lola used a javelin. I had something similar.
That's my girl.
Andrew, you said you weren't gonna do damage in combat.
Well, I had to figure out how I was gonna use my stuff, because I didn't think I could have a good way to incorporate that. I'm gonna climb to the top of the pole with the rest of my movement and try and start shoving the pole back into my diaper.
Instead of climbing down and putting it back in your diaper, you climb up to the top, releasing the rest of it from your diaper upside down, make it to the top, jump down, and try to pick it up and stuff it in your diaper.
Yep.
I need you to roll a sleight of hand check to see how long it's going to take you to do that.
Can I provide the help action?
Absolutely horrifying.
Oh no, I have a +6 to that. I'm good.
Okay.
That's a 17, so 23.
You spend the next 5 seconds pushing it back into your diaper, which means that you're not going to be done until the start of your next turn.
Squirt, squirt.
As I'm doing this, I'm just gonna look up at my mom and just give her the biggest frickin' grin ever. I did good, right?
That's right. That's my girl.
Whose turn is it? I lost track. It's Bo's turn. Bo,
That
you're
was
on the
the
ground.
end of my
You're
turn, by
unconscious.
the way. Just wanted to put that out there. That was the end of my turn.
Meanwhile,
You do see, yes, you do see Dira standing. Oh, not Dira. That's the second parent-child that I've confused. You see Lily standing over you, having just done something to bring you back to consciousness. Before you say anything, though, I want to give a little note to the audience. Prior to the start of this campaign, Jake made a comment. He wanted to finally survive successfully the first few rounds of initiative, the first few sessions of initiative. Because in the past when we've all played together, Jake has gone down in the first 3 or so combats very quickly.
Every single time.
Forgot about that.
Once again, Jake failed.
He's also died in the last 2 campaigns.
Yes, but that was later on. That wasn't right away. Don't give the audience the perception that they're gonna die right away, even though I've killed Morgan off right away once.
Twice.
Twice.
Almost 3 times.
Fair. Anyway, Jake's turn.
Just with a real low growl, he's just gonna grab his bow staff off the ground and whack at that lady that's just freaking decked him in the jaw.
Awesome. Make your attack roll. By the way, Andrew, I just moved Coco to where the pole would have landed.
Okay, I updated
wobbly.
the pole in her character sheet of like what we said, so that we remember if I decide to do that again someday.
That was just improvised damage for this specific turn. It might be
That's
different
fine.
depending on how it winds up being used each time.
That's fine.
What you say, Jake?
Yeah, Bo's pretty dizzy still. You know, he's a bit groggy and kind of rolled a nat 1.
You're still coming to, and you swing with your bow staff, and you kind of hit it in the ground instead of her at that downward angle, and you like stumble a little bit, and you're like, "Whoa!" And you're still trying to get your balance. But seeing
I'm trying
you on
to.
your feet. Seeing you on your feet, this woman looks at you, looks over at Kai, and goes, "You're not next. You're later." And turns to Bo and goes, "You're next."
Now hold on, give me a second. Gotta reconfigure myself. And that's the end of my turn.
Cool. It is now drone time. We're going to start with the one that's next to Bo. There's the one next to Kai. If I could find my mouse on my screen, that would help.
Maybe a little bit.
Lay out some cheese. And then maybe
Found it.
I will find the
Took me a
cheese.
minute.
Okay. Good job.
This one's going to go here, and this one is going to go here. And they're both going to surround Ren. This is the first time you've actually been face-to-face with these things, Ren. And these both are going to...
I don't like that.
These things are both going to release these little arm appendages with sharp points and go... and try to sting you with them. And... both are going to hit. I did not expect that.
No, can I use shield? Wait.
You can shield one of them if you'd like.
What? Yeah.
Cool.
I'm trying to find. Wait.
Oh no.
I don't have it prepared. I know the spell though, so I can't do that.
You don't have shield prepared. Okay, so you get hit both times.
No. 'Cause I'm dumb. Cool.
And you take 6 points total of piercing damage, as each one does 3 points only. And one gets you.
Oh my god.
One gets you in the leg. The other gets you in the arm. This hurts a lot, and you're only 12 years old. I have a question for you.
Yeah. It's not half my health.
I know, but I have a question for you. Does Ren start crying?
Probably.
No.
You just hear some whimpers from behind you, Lola, and then you hear... And you've heard that sound 3 times before, and you know exactly what's happening. Okay, let's be real. You're a mother. You've heard it many times before, but in the past few weeks, you've heard it 3 times, so you know exactly what's happening. It is now the one that's attacking Bo is gonna miss. The one that's attacking Kai is gonna miss.
Good.
Only Ren gets hit this time around.
Again.
It is Kai's turn.
Okay. This lady, I'm not having her. I'm not. I want to run and try to oh, I just sent out a green circle. I want to basically leap over Lily and try to swing out at this lady and kind of hit her while I'm in the air. And then
okay,
land.
I will say you get an opportunity attack from this drone and it misses
That's
you.
fine.
Wait,
that's
what's
fine.
your armor class?
16.
This thing misses you. So you want to leap over Lily. I need an acrobatics check.
Okay, that's fair. That's my acrobatics. Am I blind? Oh, there it is. 9.
You go to leap over Lily, and your leap is perfectly fine, but that is the exact moment Lily is starting to stand up, and your foot catches her shoulder, and you faceplant.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I'm gonna put you on the other side of this woman instead, because you faceplant.
Okay, do I take any damage?
Yeah, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Can I still attack her?
You can.
Okay. I'm just gonna dust myself off. I thought it was embarrassing, but that didn't really change anything. It's 2 seconds, I was embarrassed, and then I'm just back into freaking rage mode at this lady, and I'm gonna try to stab her with my scimitar.
Kai is gonna rage even though he doesn't have that ability because he's not a barbarian.
Mm-hmm. And this will be one-handed.
You go to slash with your scimitar. Is that a nat 1? I see the face.
Yeah, that's a nat 1, guys.
Bo and Kai chilling on the ground.
It's a party.
Kai's blinded by rage and it's too much. He's gets away from him, and then just freaking dies.
I want to make a point. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm wrong. No, wait, no, never mind. I'm thinking of another guy. This woman has taken some hit from. This woman's taken actually plenty of hit. Never mind. There's one dude who you guys haven't touched yet, who is still perfect health. But you hit this. You go to hit this woman. She does that thing where she sucks in her stomach, and you just miss her, dodging from the stomach. She goes, "Okay, one at a time." And
do I fall prone?
I'm gonna say you're prone. You face planted.
Okay.
It is now. It's still your turn. You have.
Can I still get up again?
What? You have more than half your movement left, so you can.
Okay, I will get up again. I think I just want to motion for her to fight me, and I'll be
Cool.
Get away from him. Fight me instead.
Awesome. It is Adira's turn.
Okay. I'm like gripping my side, and when I like look back up at her, I think my lip is trembling slightly and my eyes
Your
are
beak
glassy, but
is
I'm not.
trembling your beak.
Yeah,
is trembling.
I forgot I had a beak. Yeah. My eyes are glassy, but I'm not gonna cry. I can still speak in my hybrid form, right?
You can. It does sound like there is a bit of a speech impediment because of your beak, but you can.
I'm not even gonna attempt a speech impediment. I'm
Don't
just
bother
gonna
trying with the speech impediment. It's just the nature of the way it is because it's not normal mouth, so you can't move it the same way you would a normal mouth.
Okay. And I'm gonna say, why are you doing this? We have nothing valuable. We're dirt poor.
She goes, "Look, we're just paid to do the work. We don't know we don't know if anyone doesn't have anything until after we take care of it and are able to find out what they have. So I'm gonna do my job, and that's that." Clearly, she's
Who do you
like,
report to?
No, she goes, "Well, that's hardly any of your business." And
Since you've attacked me, I think it's all of my business.
Look, fine. We report to the Scrappers' headquarters. I'm not saying anything else.
Good enough. And then I bonus action fully shift into my were-raven form.
As you do, she lets out the F-bomb.
My wings pick me up off the ground, and I'm going to make a talon attack. So now I'm not doing a fan kick off the ground, but rather I'm lifting myself into the air and swiping at her with my talons.
So you are a large bird at this point, so there is that shoom, shoom. Only one person in the group would actually recognize that sound. I need a perception check from Lily.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's not great. Doop.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. 9.
You're too preoccupied to pay attention to what's going on.
Wow.
Awesome. Do you do anything else? Do you do your
Alright.
talent attack? What's your talent attack?
Yeah, I'm making my attack. Okay, it's a dirty 20.
That's gonna hit.
Cool. Typically a talon attack would be 1d8 plus 4, but I am actually going to attempt to curse her with lycanthropy. So it's going to be a 1d6 plus 4 for me, and she has to make a con save.
Right.
And that's going to be 9 points of damage.
So you do 9 points of damage to this woman, and she's looking really blood battered and beaten at this point. Like, you are really getting to her. She rolled a nat 19 on the con save. You do not infect her.
Damn. Okay.
I rolled with my ketchup and
but
mustard colored die.
Nice.
But that is everything for my turn.
Awesome. It is now Crossbow Dude's turn. Crossbow Dude is going to point again at Bo. This time, Bo, because you hit felt the first time, you are a little more prepared. And he's going to shoot. He's going to completely miss you, and he's going to hit the drone instead. And the drone's just going to kind of, like, combust.
Sitting on the ground, so I just give him the bird.
Now there's 2 birds on the battlefield.
Where's my... It happened again! I can't find... There it is. I couldn't find my mouse again. So, that drone's gone. And it is now the person, it is now the... Which one is this one? This is the guy up top who was fighting, Ren. Is a little scared of Ren at this point. Is gonna go over towards Adira, seeing no one's been doing anything to... Or go to Lily, rather. Go to Lily, seeing no one's been doing anything, and this woman could... Like, they can't let the woman get away. And is going to take a wrench and swing at Lily. And is going to hit, dealing 5 points of bludgeoning damage. 5 points. Adira, I need another perception check.
Yup. That one's not as good. 13.
You do see out of the corner of your eye somebody swing at something with like this blue and like that pastel pink, and you look for a second and see this guy slam into your mom's back with a large wrench, and there is a moment, Lily, I'm guessing you emit a sound of some kind, and you see for a second your mom get hurt, and that is where we are going to take our break.
Oh,
so
man.
mad.
Hey guys, Morgan LeVay here. I'm doing this week's non-sponsored shout-out, and this week's non-sponsored shout-out is going out to Roll20. Roll20 is a virtual tabletop website that allows you to play your games with your friends anywhere in the world at any time. There's no downloads necessary, no software to install. You just go to the website, create an account, and you're good to go. You can build a game from scratch or buy a ready-made game from the Roll20 marketplace. It's also super easy to have your friends join just by sending them a link to your game. Roll20 also has some pretty awesome features like basic dice rolls all the way up to advanced calculations based on your stats. Online combat's also never been easier, with the ability to see where your characters are and where the baddies are on the map. So thanks Roll20, and now on with the show.
And we're back with Race for Rivaryn episode 2. We're gonna jump right back into things where we left off at the top of the order. Lola, it is your turn.
All right. I feel I need to go directly to Rin, and I'm going to try to figure out what's going on. I know that there's something wrong. So I'm gonna go to Rin, and I'm gonna attempt to cure Rin's wounds.
That's
Awesome.
the mama energy I like to see.
So you go over to Ren, you see the wound on the arm first, and it's almost like there's this instinctive moment, like there's almost a moment where you black out for a second. And Ren, you're a little preoccupied. You don't realize until after it happens that you feel this like cold, whatever it is, hit the wound on your arm. And as you look down, you see this ointment covering it, and it's starting to look better. And Lola looking down at you. Lola, you black out for a second almost, and when you you don't black out, but you don't really pay attention to what you're doing. You're just doing something. You don't pay attention to what you're doing. And once you're done with it, like, there's this momentary, like, I definitely did something good, but I don't, what was it? Like, I don't know what it was, type of thing.
Alright, and I'm gonna roll my d8.
Awesome.
And give you 5 points. Really.
Awesome. So you recover 5 points of your son's health.
Amazing.
And wipe off a few tears from his eyes.
Honey, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm better now. That just hurt.
Alright.
They're being mean.
Yeah. I know, that's not very nice of them. I'm going to look up at... Wait, is anything that injured Ren still standing?
Yeah, the two little drones.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I was looking somewhere else. I don't think I have. Never mind, I don't. My brain just shorted out there for a sec.
It's okay.
That's all I got for my turn.
Awesome. So, it is now one of the scrappers' turns. The one who has been fighting with Bo and Kai is going to take the wrench and hit Bo and be like, "Why won't you stay down?" And is going to hit and do 5 points of bludgeoning damage to Kai as she hits you right on the shoulder.
Wait, Bo or Kai?
Or Bo, my bad, Bo.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Because it's the "why won't you stay down?"
Hey, I said to fight
Because
me.
I don't want to.
She looks at you, Kai, and goes, "I have priorities. I want that coat."
That's Bo's coat.
It is now Lily's turn. Lily, you were just hit in the back by this old dude.
I was, and I'm gonna turn around and look at him and hold my arms out to my sides, and then I'm gonna use my magic and use color spray to attempt to blind him.
Yes.
So we gotta get out
I
60-10.
I believe
I have it.
There's a
I have it
specific
both.
way you...
I have it as a cleric and my other way.
Which one are you doing here?
Just me.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So you do the SpongeBob imagination type of thing with your hands. You don't do it out loud, but you do that with your hands, and this rainbow just goes right into this guy's face.
I got 38 hit points. So it's like sleep. I have to get his max to make him blinded.
You fully blind this dude as he goes, Dad, stop that, stop! And he can't see anything. He's totally blinded.
And then,
Blinded by the light. Sorry, had to.
Can I attempt to, knowing where my magic source comes from, can I look around for my daughter who I told not to come?
You don't know where the magic source is from. You just know that it feels like it hasn't gotten really weaker at all.
Okay.
You only got a 9.
True. Then I
So
will
you
run away from
wouldn't know
him.
Still
that.
sus.
Because I am scared. So I'm gonna go 5.
Which way are you running?
I'm gonna go shoot.
You
I'm
can
gonna
go between Kai and the guy you know.
I'm gonna go this way.
Because...
That's where I'm gonna go.
Okay.
That's it. That's me.
Not being a fighter, this is terrifying, and you run that way. It
Yeah.
is now another scrapper's turn. It is the one who is fighting Lola and Coco is going to stay on the ground. It is now the next scrapper's turn, who's fighting Adira. This guy's in serious pain because of Coco.
Good.
It is now the other scrapper's turn who's fighting Adira, and she is going to take her wrench, and she's going to swing again and try to hit the same spot on your side she hit the first time, hoping to increase the pain. This time you are... Wait, what's the modifier? This time you are able to dodge it. But in dodging it, it does cause a jolt of pain. So, like, it still hurts a lot. But you are able to avoid getting further injured in that spot. It is now Coco's turn.
Okay. So, I am going to reach into my diaper and pull out some salt, look up at Lola, but then realize that there's this apple over here. So I'm going to crawl over this dude's face, fart in it while I crawl across it and drop the salt on him, meander my way over here, pick up this rock on my way, and then stop and eat the apple.
Fantastic. And you just start to bite into the apple?
Chaos.
And that is your turn, I'm guessing?
Can I actually...
Sure, you can do something different, but I'm not gonna say you can do something else, but you can do something different. Or no, that's not what I mean. I'm not gonna say you can do something more. I'm not gonna say you can do something more, but you can do something different.
All I wanted to add was, like, I inspect the rock and just kind of throw it over my shoulder and then keep going.
Cool, make a luck check for me.
Nat 20.
That is a 14.
It lands right on top of the guy. It's gonna do 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Yeah. Then I'm just sitting there eating my apple.
Cool.
I'm eating my apple, just like staring over here. Just not even paying attention to whatever's going on either side of me. I'm just looking straight ahead.
Your turn is apple.
Yes, precisely.
It is Bo's turn.
Well, I'm gonna use half my movement to get up because of that last nat one I had. And I'm just gonna take another swing at the woman because I feel like she's probably hurting a lot.
Cool. Make your attack roll.
That's a 15.
That is gonna hit.
Oh, thank goodness. That is 6 points of damage. And I'm going to use a key point to do let's see. Actually, no. I'm gonna do Fury of Blows, but I'm just gonna do the slowed movement again.
Awesome. Make your attack rolls. See, slowed movement is designed for encounters like this. The other ones are designed for like encounters with higher level baddies who can really do damage to you if you stay near them.
Right. Yeah. The first one is 22.
That is definitely gonna hit.
The second's 14.
That is also just gonna hit.
Oh, awesome. And the final is 24.
Cool. Give me your damage one at a time, please. One hit at a time.
Okay, the first one is 8 damage, max damage on that one. The second one is 7 damage. And the last is, again, max damage at 8.
So, you take your bow staff and you do an underhand strike and hit this woman right in the chin. And she has, there's that moment where she gets flung backwards and lands on the ground. You hit her once in the chin, once around the side, and once in the leg. Triple sweep. It is clear from that first hit to the chin that you knock her out, but you keep going anyway. And
right.
You get her here, in the side, in the shin, and she falls into an awkward slump, unconscious on the ground.
Can I high five Bo?
Bo, can he high five you?
Can I high five?
Yeah, I'll take a high five. And I puff out my jacket, and no one takes my jacket.
Nice job.
Question. Bo, is this a lethal or non-lethal blow? I will give you a warning in advance.
Um,
Law in terms of like actual like physical law and like law enforcement is a lot more prominent and stricter like it would be in more present day than it might be in past eras of Galia. So keeping in mind murder is fully a crime.
yeah, I mean, I'm not here to murder anyone. And there's children around, so it'll just be a very, very sore lady in the morning.
Cool. So she's just a slump on the ground, unconscious. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Cool. It is time for the drones. This drone here is going to strike at Lola and is going to have that dagger thing that it juts out and is going to hit and it's going to deal 4 points of piercing damage. Lola, there is a moment where it jabs at you and hits you and you hear the dagger jabbing, and as it hits you, you hear a clink.
Do I hear that
And
too?
You do as well. Give me an insight check, Ren.
Do I have disadvantage?
Lola, you can give... Yes, you have disadvantage. Lola, you can give me an insight check, a normal insight check if you would like.
Okay, well, there was a 17, and the other one was cop. 12.
Cool. Ren, you think... you hear that sound, and you think it may be just the sound of, like, the mechanism in the bot or something.
That's fair.
Lola, what did you roll?
Got 13.
You think it could have been the mechanism in the bot, but it also sounded like the clink was coming from you, not the bot. Like it was contacted with you, which is very confusing. But, I mean, there's a lot going on, so it's not something that can be harped on right now, really. And then the one here is going to come over to nearest enemy, which is Bo, and is going to take a swing, and is going to miss. Awesome. I don't think there's any more drones on the battlefield. It is Kai, your turn.
Yes, I want to definitely feeling pumped from Bo taking out that really scary lady. I want to swing at the guy who's like diagonal from me, the old dude.
You have advantage because he blinded.
Oh yeah. Thank you. That would be this is one-handed. Math. 16.
That is gonna hit.
Nice. And then 9 slashing damage.
Awesome. You hit this guy.
Is he
slash
still
him,
up?
and he looks at you and goes, "Look, kid, you don't know who you're messing with."
I think on that slash, feeling kind of with like the happiness of the energy from Bo defeating the lady, I think it's finally gonna happen.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that tingling sensation come back. Like it didn't go away after the first time. It comes back a little more powerful. And there is that fleeting moment where you have that moment of one more try. Maybe
Okay.
one more try will work.
One more try. Then that's it. That's my turn. Oh wait, I'll say to him.
You still have your bonus action. You have your bonus action, by the way.
I know I don't have any left.
Have any what left? You have a bonus action. You only used your action.
Well, yeah.
You only used your action. You have the rest of your turn available.
But I don't have any other bonus actions I can use, I think. Or that I want to use. But I'm gonna, after this guy tried to...
Okay.
After this guy tried to,
The guy goes, you don't know who you're messing with?
Yeah. I'll be like, you don't know who you're messing with. And can I try it again?
You can.
Yes, I want to try to manifest my clone with a cool flourish.
You
my echo.
go for that movement again, and you bring your hands together at the end of it. And as you do that, there is like a flash of light. I need to add a token in the future for your echo. I have not. So for now, we're going to, if I can find my mouse again. I forgot to do an echo this time. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a... That's too small. That's a better size. What the heck? No. We're going to put a green box right... Oh, nope. Should be filled in. We're going to put a Kai green box right here. For today,
Nice.
That is your echo, because I messed up and forgot to put that in consideration.
Okay.
You manifest this translucent echo of yourself. It is a silver. It is like a translucent silver that almost shines in the sunlight, but doesn't like emit light. It just reflects the light. And it has your shape and your features, but it's not like the features are different colors. It's just like flat, like features.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the features are three-dimensional, but it's just all silver, the same shade. Bo, you see this occur. You know Kai has been struggling with this. You're the only one who knows that. And you have that moment of realization that Kai has finally succeeded at the entirety of the purpose of his first year of education at the academy.
I don't say anything yet. There's just a smile that comes across my face. Just
Can I take... I want...
proud of them.
For the rest of my turn, I just want Kai to revel in having done this. I just kind of like do some motions and just watch the clone copy him.
Awesome.
You know, a little
It is
like
now Adira's turn. Adira.
All right, I'm trying
You have
to get this
in
woman
front of
down.
You also have your mom looking scared and running off that you noticed.
Yes. I think my priority is to try to drop this woman so that she does not pose any more problems later. So, I will make a talent attack.
Amazing.
It's a 16.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, cool. Gonna add a curse. Gonna use a curse point to add a savagery die.
Awesome.
Okay. It's gonna be 13.
You strike this really gruesome, savage strike, this really horrifying strike right across her chest. And she looks at you, starts to get a little woozy, and drops.
Nice.
Unconscious at your feet. Now, You know crime. You know crime is a thing. You know murder is illegal. Is this lethal or non-lethal?
I think, as a child, she's not ready to kill someone yet. Nor does she need any more reason to have problems with society. So, non-lethal.
Awesome, and this woman drops unconscious.
I'm also gonna take movement. I think that's as far as I can go with 30 feet of movement. Correct?
Yes. Are you walking or... that doesn't matter either way, but are you walking or flying?
Flying.
Okay. In that case, all of you guys start to hear this foom, foom, foom sound of wings beating. I need everyone who isn't really preoccupied, and it's up to you if you're really preoccupied or not, to make a perception check. My only guesses as to who might be really preoccupied at the moment are Kai and, well, just Kai. Because Kai's a little, yay! Echo!
Coco got a 19.
Me too? No, I got a 17.
What about...
That's a perceptive little lemur.
What about, did Ren or Lola make checks or no?
Well, I wanted to say that that I wasn't preoccupied, but the dice decided otherwise. So
you turns out you are preoccupied.
I rolled a 4.
Still worried about your little boy. You're still worried about your little boy.
Well, that little boy got
I rolled a 4 and got a 2.
And what about Bo?
No, Ren's gonna be scared of me.
You got an 11.
Ren, what about Coco?
Ren, Coco, and Lily, you all see this large humanoid-shaped bird, this raven, flying towards you guys. Ren and Coco, up to you guys, but this thing is kind of terrifying. You see this big bird, and no, I don't mean Big Bird from Sesame Street, although how funny would it be if...
That'd be terrifying, too.
If Adira's lichen form was Big Bird. Lily, you know exactly what this is. You also see the body that has been dropped, that she seems to be flying from in the distance.
Is she in earshot? If I said something, would she hear it?
If you're yelling something, you can. Keep in mind that she is, she's coming from this body she seems to single-handedly have dropped in the distance. I don't know if that will impact what you say, but you do see it.
I also cannot respond. I am a bird.
You
Welcome
can,
to
but
the
it
club,
will be...
my guy.
Ah!
I will screech at you, mother.
I will wait.
I'm in
not
so
saying
much
anything yet?
trouble.
No, but I see
Someone
her.
got in trouble.
Ooh.
Someone got in trouble.
I don't know if she
Or
if
rather,
she knows I
someone's
see
gonna
her.
get in trouble.
I don't know if she
More
knows I
likely
see her, but
someone's
I
gonna get
see
in
her.
trouble. Oh, she sees that her mom sees her. She sees that. I'm guessing that thought goes through Adira's head of, I'm in so much trouble.
Yeah, she's thinking to herself like, oh, I'm so screwed.
So as I noticed this giant bird, I was just like kind of staring ahead, eating my apple. I stop, like mouth full of food, jaw just kind of like open, and I just kind of follow her with my eyes across the sky, and then continue eating my apple.
As you do that with your jaw open, following across the sky, the food that is in your mouth falls out of it onto the ground, and you don't notice because you're so
like,
distracted.
Can I give Coco like a little nod as I go by, just like?
Yes, but I don't know if Coco's gonna understand you're giving a nod.
I'm gonna kind of like squint my eyes, like, what?
Monkey see, monkey confused once again.
Yes.
I think we found our very first merch. Monkey see, monkey confused. Anyway, so it is
Comment
the
down
crossbow
below
dude's
if you'd
turn.
like that.
And the crossbow dude's gonna go, oh crap! And it's gonna take the crossbow and aim it at this giant bird that freaks him out. and is going to hit, just barely hit, and is going to deal 4 points of bludgeoning damage as this bolt pierces you in the arm. If I am correct, that should be halved for you to 2 because this is a non-magical weapon. Oops, excuse me, that isn't silvered, and I think you're already at that point. Yes, this is a non-magic piercing attack that is not silvered, so you only take 2 points of damage, not 3, Emily. Or not 4. Cool. An old dude is going to look at this silver echo, look at Kai, look at the silver echo, look at Kai, and go...
Isn't he blind?
He's also blinded.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. He's going to look one way, look another way, look another way, look another way, look another way, and go, ah! And just swipe at the air and completely miss and just hit nothing, facing exactly opposite where Kai is.
Haha.
It is... okay. At this point, I need to make a check. That is a nat 1. The dude who is fighting with the crossbow sees 2 people dropped, one on the ground holding his crotch, and one blinded. And he goes, this isn't happening. We gotta abort! We gotta abort! And he starts running. He completely starts running this way. He grabs this guy and runs with him along the way. And this guy gets up and hobbles afterwards. And they run down through the farm out of sight. And that is where we come out of initiative. And we end our combat.
Heck yeah.
Y'all make it out alive. There are some injuries. People are hurt. Some people have cried. What's going on for all of you?
Can I go loot the person that Adira kicked the crap out of?
You can. Go ahead.
Cool. Do you
In the
make
meantime-
a roll or anything to see what I find?
Investigation. Yes. What's happening while that's happening? I heard Lola. I heard Lola speaking.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm gonna check on Ren first. Be like, honey, are you okay? Is everything alright?
Yeah, I'm doing better now. They left, so it's not as scary.
Okay. Okay, where's
Okay.
Oh, there's Coco. How about you go watch Coco for a minute? I think I need to talk to Lily for just a minute.
You're sending off Ren. You're sending off Ren to Coco, right?
Yes.
Cool. So you send Ren off to go watch Coco, and you head over to Lily. You said.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, so I know we just met, but you know, you're a mother yourself, and something strange just happened back there.
Lily, I want you to roll a wisdom save, by the way.
Oh, geez. Oh, my. What's my wisdom? I know my wisdom is low. -2. I got a 9.
No, Lily, not Lola. Lily.
Oh.
Oof. 10.
You hear what Lola's saying, but it goes in one ear and out the other, as you are preoccupied right now, and you know why.
I'm staring at a bird.
Meanwhile, Coco, what was your investigation check?
Well, I rolled a 10, but since I have a -3 on that, that's a 7.
You don't find anything really of interest. You see the big wrench. It's like looks a little too heavy for you.
I try and put it in my diaper anyways.
You get it in your diaper, no problem. We will put
Hell
wrench
yeah.
on your character sheet after the session. And you also find just like a small, like, it's big for you because you're tiny, but it's like hand-sized it's like Rubik's Cube sized. just a metal box. Just a small metal box, smooth metal on all six sides.
I like look at it, like turn it like a bunch. I lick it and then put it in my diaper.
It tastes kind of sour.
Ew.
like
I
metal.
spit a little bit.
You put this little box in your diaper. You're not sure what it is because monkey brains, or lemur brains rather. I will say just flat out, it is the same type of box that was turning into these drones. But you don't know that because you're a little lemur who doesn't have the right knowledge for that.
And then I start to feel uncomfortable and make a beeline for Lola.
Ren, you're heading over towards where Coco is at Lola's request, and Coco suddenly dashes past you the other direction.
Like I'm doing like the little like monkey run, like I'm like the hind legs and the arms are just kind of like.
Lily, let's jump back to you.
Yep.
Dira, what are you doing?
I'm gonna descend from the sky
I'm gonna watch
and
her.
like, land on the ground.
I'm gonna watch her
and
with my arms on my hips.
I'm gonna turn back into my human form.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna walk over to my mom.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, I took care of one of the bad guys for you. And I gesture to the unconscious woman on the ground.
By the way, Kai and Bo, you guys both see the bird turn into a Dira.
When that happens, I'll demanifest my echo. And then just...
Because you just lose focus on it?
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, oh... I was just kind of like, watch the drama.
I'm gonna turn and search that lady's body for anything valuable.
Cool. Lily and Adira continue while Bo makes his investigation check.
I'm going to look at Adira and say...
I also want to make a point. This might be the first time I've ever had any of you players ever loot a body that you defeated. How sad is that?
I've been...
Okay.
Honestly, we don't kill a lot of people in our campaigns.
Yeah.
Even these people aren't dead, they're just unconscious.
That's true.
I'm going to look at Adira and say, what did I say?
To stay home.
Yes. And what did you do?
Emily's laughing. Adira's not. It's just so funny to have Brian be stern with me.
Once Lola sees that Adira's getting in trouble, she's gonna turn her head because she knows what's happening. So she's gonna turn around and be like, "Oh, Coco," and just walk away for a moment.
This is something Lola can relate to heavily.
I say, I did not stay home.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't it a good thing that I did? Because things could have been a lot worse if there was one more, what were they called? Not scavengers.
Scrappers.
Scrappers. Things would have been a lot worse if there had been one more scrapper fighting you guys, but she was preoccupied with me.
We'll talk about this later. I need to make sure that everyone's okay, so just go over and hang with Lola for a little bit. I need to cool down. And I'll walk away from her and
I'm
go
honestly,
to Bo.
I'm honestly a little like, my mom needs to cool down? What?
Yeah, this is worse than her either. She's not confrontational. She doesn't really yell at you, but this is like worse than her inciting a punishment or giving you that long reprimanding. The idea of we'll talk later, leaving you to stew in what might be the conversation, is very scary and unnerving.
Yeah. I'll just go over to Lola then and say, "Hi, my mom told me to come over here with you."
Lola, you hear that as Adira approaches you, as you are picking up Coco. Not Coco. Lola and Adira, both of you make perception checks.
Okay. Oh God, it's a 5.
I got a 7.
This is one of those cases where you wanted to pass in order to avoid this, but failure means you don't.
Oh no.
Andrew, would you like to explain, Coco, what are they perceiving?
Oh no.
Basically, I pooped myself and I need to be changed.
You guys smell a strong smell of feces coming from Coco's diaper.
Oh God.
Oh, right now, honey.
The hell?
Well, I gotta take care of this real quick. But if you want to stay over here, if you want to be with Ren for a moment, and I'm going to pick Coco up and
I reach into my diaper and pull out my jug and just hug it.
All right, let's get you fixed. Let's get you changed.
You put Coco on the ground. Coco's holding the jug, lying on his back, or lying on her back on the ground. And you change Coco. As you undo the diaper, Adira, you can clearly see poop in this diaper. But you don't see any of the other things you've seen Coco pull out. You don't see any salt, you don't see a 10-foot pole, you don't see anything else. Just this poop.
I think Adira is gonna avoid looking at that.
I'm looking
dead
into your eyes.
You don't see any of that. Lola, you see it. You see that you don't see any of that stuff, but like you know why. Seems that the diaper of holding magically becomes whatever diaper Coco is wearing, because of that one trial and error experience where Ren accidentally cast a spell that hit Coco and made it so Coco permanently has diaper of holding.
As I'm getting changed, I'm just staring Adira in the eyes, just like direct eye contact, just like you're not getting away from this.
I think Adira, because Adira noticed Coco watching her fly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a little better watch yourself.
I'm gonna put out my hand.
There's a moment where you start treating Coco like she's another human, Adira, and watch yourself and staring at you, making eye contact. There's got to be that momentary flash through your head of, I'm talking to a lemur, or I'm reacting to a lemur. There's got to be that moment that passes through your head.
I realize
Bo,
that.
Kai, what are you guys doing?
I believe Lily was about to talk to Bo, but I guess before she does, I'm just gonna tell Bo, I did it! Oh my gosh! That was so freaking cool! And just kind of yeah.
You gonna show all those people back at school who's boss?
Mm-hmm. Once we get this school back, and then get a little sad again.
Bo got a 22 on his investigation, by the way.
You find one of those little boxes yourself, and you recognize it as if you put in the right not biometric. What am I saying? So if you put in the right combination, you don't know the combination, but if you put in the right combination, you could possibly turn this into one of those drone things. You also find the wrench, and you find a crossbow with 3 bolts in the bag.
gonna leave the wrench, but I'll take the other stuff.
Cool. Awesome. Lily, you're approaching Bo?
Yes. I'm gonna go over to him and be like, hey, how were you doing? Because you got knocked down.
Yeah, thanks for that, by the way. Actually, what is my HP? No, I'm doing bad. That's what I'm doing.
Where does it still hurt?
After some rest, I should be fine.
I can heal you up a little more if you want.
I don't want to impose.
It's okay. I do this all the time.
All right.
Okay, I will. Where is he hurt the most? Is it still his jaw?
Probably.
I will start doing my little sewy thing again, kind of near the injury, and cast Cure Wounds again.
Awesome.
Oh shoot, you get 4 hit points.
Thank you. Definitely need that.
Yeah, you know, cool. That I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
Doing better now. Thanks. Gonna turn to Kai. Kinda unsure what's happening since I saw Adira as a bird. And I don't want any of that drama.
Bo, with that 22, now that your head's a little clearer from the injury thing, you do notice a little slip of paper sticking out of the pocket of the person whose body you looted.
I'll bend down and grab it.
Cool. You have this piece of paper.
Does anything on it? Read it over, look at it.
There is an address in Falun. You figure you know enough about Falun. You could navigate your way to the general area and probably figure out where this address is. That being said, this is a scrapper's thing. So maybe that's not, like, there's that moment of maybe this is not the first priority. Legacy of Rhea Burke I have to follow type of thing. But
yeah, I'm just gonna pocket it for now.
If you have time, it might be something worth visiting. That's type of thing.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna pocket it.
Cool. What is anyone else doing at the moment?
Can I ask, does Adira see this interaction between Lily and Bo as Lily heals Bo?
Yeah, I think you're kind of watching it at this point.
I'm like, what? Like, it's interesting. She's
and
intrigued.
you can also see the magic your mom was talking about last night.
Is Ren nearby? Since Lola went off to change Coco's diaper.
Ren seems to be walking back from where she was walking to go to Lola.
Is that near me?
That is near you, maybe 15 feet away. It's like right there. You're out of a combat. You could walk right to her anyway.
Yeah. I was just trying to figure out whether Adira would, like, go out of her way. I think I'm gonna kind of shuffle my feet on the dirt for a second, kind of like making up my mind, and then go over to Ren and say, hey, you doing okay after that fight that looked ugly?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot better. And he's gonna I'm gonna hold on my arm and point to wherever he got cut. This kind of hurt a lot, but Lola helped me feel better, and now it's better. Are you doing okay? I saw you turn from a really cool looking bird. That was really cool, but also really scary.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to point out, Adira, this is the first person, aside from your mother, who has ever not seemed to stigmatize you for your like in shapeshifting.
Yeah.
Ren is the first person other than your mom ever that didn't seem scared of you for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I totally clock that. And I pause and I'm like, you thought it was cool?
Oh yeah, I've never seen anything like that before, and I can't do that. I don't think Lola can do that, and I know Coco can't do that. That's pretty cool in my book.
Thanks. Most people don't think it's very cool, 'cause it's a curse, but that's nice of you to say.
Most people don't think I'm cool either, but I think I'm pretty cool.
Well, maybe I'll think you're cool once I get to know you better.
Am I done getting changed?
Yeah, you're finished getting changed at this point.
I'm gonna run up to Adira and climb up her and sit on her shoulder and pat the top of her head.
Why is this lemur on me?
That means Coco likes you.
Well, I guess I'd rather be on her good side.
Yeah.
Her bad side is kind of ugly. No offense.
I'm gonna grab Adira's face and touch foreheads with her and then hop off.
Oh my god.
Keeping in mind you're upside down, you touch upside down, your forehead to hers right side up.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a good thing?
Yeah, that means she really likes you.
Don't know why, but cool, I guess.
As I jump off of her, I'm gonna kind of flap my arms a little bit.
Is she
That means
trying?
she's in love with you.
Is she trying to fly?
Honestly, I don't know with Coco sometimes. She might be.
I'll look directly at Coco and ask, "Are you trying to fly?"
You see Coco just start to lift into the air. No.
No.
I pull the half-eaten apple out of my diaper and continue eating it, and then I offer you some.
I'll pass.
You don't have to take it.
Continue eating it.
We all
I'm
think
not
it's
gonna
gross.
take it.
What? Sorry, you go first.
I just want to say, I think I want to go approach the children.
Okay. You approach the children.
The children's table.
Yeah, and it's kind of awkward because I don't really interact that much with children, with childs, and
Crouches onto his knees and goes, "Hi, how are you?"
Adira slaps him.
I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just kind of say, I wasn't sure about having kids on this trip, on this adventure.
Immediately throws apple at your face.
Oh my god! Wait! I was going to say, you guys are actually pretty cool, and you know how to hold yourself. So, that's all right, and I respect that. And could I try to give them fist bumps? And the lemur too.
I'm gonna go for it. Ren's gonna go for that fist bump. Heck yeah! And I don't think I'm cool.
I'm gonna kind of Oh, you can go.
I was gonna say, I think Adira just looks at it for a second and then begrudgingly does a fist. There's not much enthusiasm behind it, but she'll do it.
Okay.
The way Gen Z look at millennials. Just Okay. You don't realize you're old, but you are.
Hey now.
So I'm just kind of like sitting there,
Listen.
and Kai like puts out his fist, and I kind of like angry like gorilla it, just kind of like, and then like sniff his hand a little bit.
Can I like open my
And then-
hand like you would do for like an animal, you know, to like get them to know your scents?
I'm gonna grab his index finger and pinky and just kind of like look at his at his hand a little bit, and like lick it, and then run up his arm and then just kind of like perch on his shoulder.
Amazing.
The last time that happened, Kai was scared, or I was scared, but this time I'm vibing. I'm kind of like,
And I can.
okay.
Do I like feel him like more relaxed now?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna pat him on the head once. Everyone else usually gets like 3. He gets 1 pat. Like, you're working on it, bud.
It's a little hard, and you feel like that. Ow.
Ooh, she only
does-
kinda likes you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hop back to Adira and just kind of wait there.
My grandma had a ferret once, and I'm trying to see how similar this is.
Well, I've never had a ferret, so I'm sure they're pretty similar.
Yeah, it was
I
very
don't
cool.
think that's right at all.
So,
I mean,
as
I'm
you
not
guys are
a-
talking about ferrets, I need Lola, Bo, and Lily all to make perception checks.
Kai is now one of the children. Good luck.
That's
Well,
his
normally
way.
I would get this check too, but Kai's a little preoccupied at the moment.
I got a dirty 20.
Yes, Mom!
Why is it never a clean 20? Why don't we?
Because that's a natural 20.
Why don't we bathe our D20?
Yeah, next time we'll say, I got a clean 20. That 20 got
Got
a
a 7.
Went to the spa.
My 20 has eyeshadow on it and a little bit of blush and
Absolutely.
Got a mani-pedi. living his best life.
the 1 has the petty, the 20 has the mani.
Yeah.
All right, what did Lola get?
A 6.
Cool, and what did Bo get?
7.
Lily, you're the only one who really notices this. It's approaching midday as you look up at the sun. Reasonably, if you want to get to Falun before sunset, you guys might want to start moving again. Especially considering the fact that you guys just got ambushed, and if you're on the road after sunset, you never know if more scrappers are gonna be anywhere.
I'm gonna call out, okay guys, we should get moving.
I'm gonna do my little monkey run over to Lily
Hello?
and just kind of like stare up at her.
Hi.
I think I'm gonna look at my mom kind of bashfully. Like, does that include me too? Am I coming too?
I'm gonna
Can
run back over to Adira and put up my hand.
I'll take Coco's hand.
I'll stand up and start waddling forward.
I guess I'm following Coco.
Coco makes the rules now.
Before we leave, I'm going to say to everyone, hey, maybe we should get some apples just for like a snack on the road. Just make sure everybody's okay.
This technically is somebody's, like, property?
That is true.
Yeah, but these ones that are falling off the ground, I don't
I'm
think
gonna let
anybody's
out a
going to
big
use
old
them.
burp.
As you pick up one of the apples that fell, I want you to make an insight check. Or no, insight for people. Nature check, Lola.
A lying apple. I'm an orange, not an apple.
So I rolled a 2, so I got a 5.
You see that these apples are very bruised on the sides that hit the ground, like most of them are. I mean, they're probably fine to bake with, but they are very bruised and they've probably been on the ground for a little bit. It's not a windy day, so they wouldn't have fallen off the trees today.
I feel like Rin has eaten worse.
But not with Lola's permission.
Yeah.
Coco already ate one of those apples.
Coco makes up her own rules. Coco lives by her own standards.
I don't know. I just say we keep going.
Bo's already walking.
I'll walk with Bo.
Coco's following Lily, pulling a deer along.
So you all begin to continue your journey towards Falun, and you continue to walk along the Falun farm road. It takes most of the day, but eventually, as the sun's starting to approach twilight in the sky, it's still up, it's still nice and sunny, it hasn't gotten darker yet, but it's starting to approach. You finally see in the distance Falun, the city of stone, a tiered city with two different levels of, like, two different tiers to it, embedded into a lone, not a tall mountain, but a smallish, like, short mountain, a lone mountain in this otherwise flat land that is this province. And as you see the sun starting to approach the west, which is the direction you are headed, the sun starts to disappear a little bit behind this mountain, only partly, and it shines beautifully on the skyline of Falun, and that is where we are ending episode 2 of the race for Rivaryn.
Whoa! We hope you enjoyed our video. If you did, consider hitting that like button and subscribing to our channel. It would help us out greatly. And if you'd like to stay up to date with Campaign Crusades, Missy, step on over to our Instagram, Twitter, and other platforms using the links down below. Now, I have some scrappers to fight.